Hello, my friends. I hope you are doing fine today. So, this time, this is not the White Witch, and this is not Meredith either, but it's me, Candid, the creator behind the Witch's Shop. And I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit right now because it feels much more comfortable and familiar to be behind the White Witch or Meredith. But I needed to tell you something. Like, I'm going through a bit of a transition. Like, I want to explore new things and yes, maybe pushing my boundaries or my limits to seek expansion. So yeah, I am not comfortable to do this, I have to tell you, but it's fine. I've been feeling a bit like torn between two parts of me, you know, between maybe the White Witch and Meredith. There's one part who wants to continue these stories with the witches, and another one who is like, I want more authenticity and I want more raw and realness, and or you know, something that is very real. And I was a bit torn and didn't really know how to continue my videos because they take me a lot of time and energy, and I love making them, but everything is scripted, everything is, you know, controlled, and I want to explore something that I am not familiar with at all, which is spontaneity. And having my North Node in Aries, and if you're not very familiar with astrology, the North Node indicates what you are meant to learn in this life. And my North Node is in Aries, and Aries is a very fiery, spontaneous sign who is not afraid to take risks. And I am very, drawn to this energy, but at the same time I'm very scared because it's not what I'm used to. I'm not used to actually be very spontaneous. I love to control things. So yeah, I hope you're not too disappointed because I am very scared of, you know, showing up as me and actually not be able to create the magic that I was able to create with Meredith or with the White Witch. And like I said, I don't know if I've already said that, but I still want to create stories with them, but I also want to, I guess, step in the front sometimes and talk to you as me, because there are certain things I cannot tell you as Meredith or as the White Witch, because they have their own past, they have their lives, and my life is, well, you know, it's different. I don't have a wand and I don't make magic tricks, but I am very much a witch. I love the witchy world. I love astrology, I love anything magical and mysterious, and I believe that even though we don't live in a world like Harry Potter, you know, we still can make magic in our life, and that's something I really want to do on this channel. It's also to merge the fiction with reality, because you know that what I do is telling a fantasy story, but behind that fantasy story there is some mystery, some truth that we can find in our mundane life, in our human life, because we're magical beings, and I really do believe that. So I wanted to also step forward as a teacher. I am actually thinking about creating an online course, and I've already told you a little bit about that, the astrology course. And maybe it will it will actually be transformed into a membership, or I don't know. The sky is the limit, but I just wanted to tell you that yes, I am more than Meredith and the White Witch, even though there are two parts of me. So yeah, but I still want to create cozy ambiences and maybe start a series as Kelly the Witch. There'll be the White Witch, there'll be Meredith and Kelly the Witch. I don't know, but yeah, we will see. But like I said, I'm a bit of in a transition, and I don't know exactly how I want to make things. I don't know exactly. I have some ideas. My sister talked to me about Twitch, and before I was not really into that. I was like, not sure this is the right platform for me, but I love the idea of talking to you guys and having a conversation, because I know that on Twitch you can actually talk to your community, and that's something that maybe I would like to explore. And we can talk about the witches together. What do you think about them? What maybe you would like to see on the channel? And because I know that some of you were very involved in their stories, and this is amazing. I love to read your thoughts, your insights. Some of you also have continued the stories, and you have guessed about how the story would unfold, and I really love that. I love that you are involved in their life, and I thought it would be nice to be on Twitch someday and talk about them. So yeah. And yes, I want to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and explore new things, and we'll see, because I am a control freak. I think I've already told you once, and everything that is connected to being spontaneous, being live, it's so scary. It's so scary to me. I mean, very, very scary. But I was like, you know what? Evolution, expansion is always on the side of getting out of our comfort zone. So the more we take risks, the more we put ourselves out there and take the risk of being rejected, not loved, and I don't know, made fun of, the better. I know this, but I'm a very sensitive person, so sometimes it's difficult for me to face the world, because it's not a very nice world that we live in. I mean, there are beautiful, beautiful people, but also we have the opposite, and sometimes it's scary to actually show your vulnerability and yourself, and to take your little gift that you want to offer the world and be like, here, this is what I've created. And I know that people can be mean because they are not feeling good with themselves. I mean, you cannot be happy in your life and want to hurt people. And that's something I try to remind myself every time, I feel rejected. I had hate comment once in my on my video, the most successful video, and I read it and I was like, why this person takes so much time and energy to write a long comment about my content? Because if you don't like it, you can just go somewhere else, But yeah, this is difficult, and maybe my message, I don't know, maybe I have something to say, and actually I have a lot of things to say. This is the reason why maybe I want to talk to you as Kelly, is to never give up, even though we don't live in a very easy world. We don't always live in a kind world. That's important, and I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but that's something that I want to remember. So yeah, this is really random. I haven't prepared anything, and I hope it's still cozy and relaxing to you. One person asked me about the tarot reading, and I thought it would be nice also to give you my first tarot reading or oracle reading as Kelly. So I have a brand new deck, which is the Fulcrum. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the Floralis Oracle deck, and I was like, why not giving you a reading with this little oracle? It's a very beautiful, beautiful oracle. I mean, I love the flowers and the descriptions and stuff. It's very inspiring, and so I will actually draw 3 cards for you, and we'll see. I have so many tarot cards and oracle cards at all. I love those things, and what I do usually is that I set an intention, like I want those cards to be for the community, and I want these cards to give us some guidance. So close my eyes and I think about my intention and mix them. So that's the first card, second card, and third card. So, we have the Arizona Lupin or Lupin. I am not really sure about the pronunciation, but I hope you can see it. It's such a beautiful card. I love the purple color. It's obviously a plant that lives in the desert. So I don't know this deck, so I got to check the description and the interpretation. Arizona Lupin. Okay, A. So Arizona Lupin represents resilience, transformation, and adaptation. Visualize its clusters of vibrant purple blossom as a lively palette, symbolizing the resilience found in the vibrant dance of adaptation amidst the ever-changing hues of the desert. Draw inspiration from the Arizona Lupin and recognize that you too possess the strength to adapt and to thrive in the face of life's ever-shifting conditions. Allow the essence of the Arizona Lupin to guide you on a graceful journey of transformation and resilience. Well, transformation and resilience is the message of this card. I was talking about this very unkind, cruel world that we live in. Especially right now, I think there's a lot of darkness rising to the surface because I believe that when there's a great change in the world for humanity, there's a bit of the war between shadow and light is getting stronger. With this card, I feel like we're not in a very good conditions to thrive. It's not a time where you're like, wow, this place is so peaceful and kind, I can just blossom and be myself. But even if the conditions are not the best, that plant still wants to grow, still thrives in some ways. It adapts, it blossoms no matter what. So this is a card of strength. Maybe you're not in a situation right now that gives you full power, but you can still find some, powerful moments in which you can be yourself and you can, thrive might not be the right word, but you can still make it. And it's even more important now that the conditions are not the best, because this world needs a lot of sensitive people, awakened people to make this place a better place, basically. So let's see the second card. Oh, Club Mallow. I love it. It's a red flower. Club Mallow. So it looks like it also is from the desert. We have a lot of adaptation to make right now. Okay. Club Mallow. G. In the vast canvas of desert symbolism, desert of desert. Sorry, I'm French, so it's a bit difficult sometimes. In the vast canvas of desert symbolism, let Gulbal Mallow be your emblem of resilience and vibrancy. Again, resilience. Just as it survives in arid conditions, embrace adaptability and tap into resilience during challenging times. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, drawing upon your inner strength and resilience. Cultivate a vibrant spirit by finding joy in small moments, expressing creativity, and maintaining a positive outlook. Let the essence of Gulbal Mallow inspire you to thrive in diverse situations, making your journey resilient, vibrant, and uniquely fulfilling. Yeah, there's a theme here. Again, adaptation, but I like the idea of finding joy in the small moments, because when it's not the perfect time to really feel like everything is good, you can still find something that makes you happy. And lately I found myself like having a hard time finding joy in life in general. When you go through a transition, it's not very comfortable. Usually you feel disconnected from a lot of things, and it sometimes feels like flirting with depression a little bit. You are feeling not yourself, and or not like you used to. And sometimes just like having like a nice cup of tea, a simple thing, can be very fulfilling. Like recently I bought some clothes not for my witches but for me. Like I thought like, okay, what would Kelly wear? And I spent a lot of money on the witches, for props, dresses, and all of that. But I haven't really spent money for me, which is a bit weird to say that. But I was like, okay, but what would Kelly wear? What would she want to explore? It's funny because I just feel like when I say this, it sounds a bit schizophrenic, like. But I guess you understand me when I say that. And so I just bought some clothes for me, and it was nice because I don't usually buy a lot of things. I don't like having a lot of things in my drawer, but I was like, yeah, why not? Or what did I do that made me happy? I went to this vegan shop in town, and I actually bought this gluten-free thing because I try to stay away from gluten and sugar, and I needed a snack, but it was very hard to find something healthy in the supermarket. So I went to that vegan shop and I bought myself like a coconut thing, like with dark chocolate, and it was so good and not too sweet. And it was vegan, gluten-free and everything, and it was not too sweet. And I was like, wow, this is so good. So anyway, small things might be very stupid, but at the same time, those little things can really help us just feel more alive and more grounded in those difficult times. So, third card. Oh, Wild Columbine or Columbine. I'm very sorry because I don't think this is the right pronunciation, but look at this. Looks very nice, right? So, this one looks like it lives in the forest, not in the desert like the other two. So it's wild Colombian. See. So the white Colombian symbolizes courage, spontaneity, and the dance of vibrant possibilities. Spontaneity. This is something I talked about earlier. I don't know if you are actually facing the same dilemma as me, like wanting to get out of the script of your life and wanting to explore things or being spontaneous. Let me know if you are in the same type of mood and if you want more. You want to actually go with the flow and not control everything in your life. So yeah, go back to the interpretation. So symbolizes courage, spontaneity, and the dance of vibrant possibilities. Its nodding bell-shaped blooms symbolize the courage found in embracing spontaneity, like a dance that invites vibrant possibilities into your life. Be open to the dance of vibrant possibilities. There's a lot of repetitions. Trusting that each spontaneous move contributes to the rich tapestry of their existence. As the human birds partake in the pollination dance, you can engage with the world, sowing the seeds of courage, spontaneity, and a vibrant era of possibilities in the garden in your life. In the garden in your life. Yeah. I really love those cards, but I'm really not sure about the interpretation. Because, I love the interpretation, but there's a lot of repetitions. So I'm like, if you just want a small text, you don't have to repeat 4 times the same things. But maybe it's good because then if we read the same words over and over again, we might memorize them more. Because sometimes you read something and it's very good, but you easily forget it. But with this how do you call it, booklet, you cannot miss the message because it's repeated at least 5 times. It's good. So yeah, I mean, if I have to give if you have to sum up this card, it's all about spontaneity and possibilities. I don't know if it's going to be a reading for you, but for me it definitely resonates, because it's really about having the strength and the courage to get off your comfort zone, to, you know, maybe try something new, and even if the conditions are not all gathered, they're not all great, you can still make something great out of it. And I think 2025 is really about being the courage to be ourselves and to really understand what we really want, because we all adapt to this world that might not be always kind, and we adapt because we don't want to be rejected, we want to be safe. There are all kinds of reasons, and sometimes we're not honest with what we want. And 2025, I feel that it's a year that tells us no more bullshit, basically. No more hiding behind a mask or denying what you really want. And it's not an easy thing, because even me, when I actually be honest with myself, I am very scared, because I'm like, what, do I really want this? Can I assume what I want? And it might have some consequences, like if, like right now, I am making a video that is completely different from what I used to do, and you might not like it, and you might be very disappointed, and I feel so scared about that, because obviously when I make something, I want you to be happy about it. And sometimes being authentic is also stepping out of the people pleaser mode, because you cannot please everyone, and you cannot actually please the people you used to please by stepping into your own authenticity. Sometimes you have to face that truth, and it's not always easy. So I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll tell you more about the different projects. There's definitely the witches that will come back soon for the academy, and you might see me again, because I might want to also be part of the show. So I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. I send you good week or weekend, good vibes and good energy.